How's it going, people? Welcome back to the Big Six channel. First and foremost, hit the like button, people. You already know why Hugh isn't here, sorry. If you don't know why, then that means you didn't watch the top 6 fullbacks of all time. So make sure you go back to that after this video and watch that one too. We're going through all positions like we did with the Premier League. This time it's all time, all leagues. And when I say all time, obviously there's players before our time that deserve to make certain lists and whatnot. But it's about what we've seen, and there are players before our time that we've seen a lot of in terms of highlights and the tail end of their career. So I know not everyone's going to agree with this list or these lists, but it is what it is, people. It's a bit of fun. And as you can see, different ages, different demographics here. So you know what the Big Six is about. Hit the like button and make sure you vote for the 6th place in the midfielder category now. And by midfielders, I mean centre mids, defensive mids, deep lying playmakers, all of those positions over the years, which has changed a lot. But we're looking at central midfielders. We're going to do attacking midfielders next as well. Attacking midfielders /10s. So this one's about the central midfielders and more box-to-box types than anything else. And yeah, this one should be a good one. I can't even lie to you.
We were just speaking of it. I think this one's going to be wild, mixed. Very. I don't think we're going to agree. I don't think none of us are going to agree. You know, like how we all agreed on the fullbacks, pretty much top three. We knew what was coming, apart from Thuram. but this one's going to be. I think this is going to be a mixture. I'm not going to lie.
I agree. But I'm glad though it's the category CM and CDM, because I'm tired of this kind of new school of like, yo, he's an A, he's an ace. Listen, let's just call it for what we is. When we used to do that team sheet in primary school, and you kind of said, right, pick your 11. Like you used to pick bog standard CDM or centre midfield.
2 there.
Yeah. 2 there. That's it. 2. Yeah. So that's why I feel like we could just get into this.
But that's
properly.
how you play on FIFA, though. I've seen you play on FIFA. You play with like
I like with the base, like, you know what I mean. But that's obviously FIFA, the new school. But I'm just saying, like, it's good to finally like get to nitty gritty of proper midfielders.
Yeah, 100%. Because over time, football's changed a hell of a lot. So now it's an 8 and a 6. But you know what it was, what we majority of us grew up on was 2 midfielders in there, 8 and a 6 next to each other, and one done another job, the other one done the other job, and they worked well together. Now,
there you go.
Obviously, the 8 is a bit more progressive than the 6, but it is what it is. We move, and there's going to be a few tasty debates in this one. So
this one's definitely going to get messy. I feel like from here on in, it's going to get messy because having to chuck in players from 2 or 3 generations ago, having to, because it's all time, having to chuck in players that I've not even watched more than like 5 games of, and I've only seen them in docs and stuff. It's just But this one I've watched all of them, so it's calm.
this one you've watched all of
them. I've watched all. Has everyone watched all of the ones?
Yeah, for this one,
sweep.
100%.
This one's,
I mean,
this one's easy.
The only guy is Matisse, and if he's seen.
No, I've seen all of these. How young do you think I am? These men are acting like I'm 18. Like some 18-year-olds just rocked up in here.
So he is actually Matisse is actually mid-20s. You know, it's
that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. Like, why are you always that? It's crazy.
It's because he looks 14.
Why is it always me, bro?
Why always me?
Where's you, man?
Hey, Alpha, innit? And I say, hey.
Sky, bro.
Listen, let's go into it now. In 5th place, like I said, 6th place is up to you guys and girls at home. So make sure you vote after the video. You'll see the top 5, and whoever's missing, who you think deserves that 6th spot, put it in the comment. Only under that pinned comment, people. That's the only votes that will count. In 5th place,
straight away it's going to be watch.
I don't think it should be, but only a couple of us put him in the list. LOTHAR Matthäus.
Wasn't in my list.
Not in my list.
Why you saying
I didn't watch him like that
because I reckon only me and you put him in the list.
It is only me and you. That
I knew this.
Shocked that he got in because I didn't. I didn't
He's
watch him.
an
I didn't really watch him, and I've not really done my research.
His career started before my time,
Yeah.
but it kind of went over into my time, into Milan and Bayern Munich. But obviously, having watched him play and looking back at games, having talked to family members about, you know, in the 90s, how good he was. He was a Ballon d'Or winner. He won the World Cup. He won the Euros. He won FIFA World Player of the Year in another year.
I've heard good things about him, like proper good things.
Bro, you're talking.
He's on the list. When you talk about all-timers, he's on the list.
So you know when talking, like we started off this category saying, like, you know, when we made a formation, we put a 6 and an 8. This guy was both.
Yeah.
And he was elite at both.
Passing,
so you could say
tackling.
today, LOTHAR, I can't do a German accent. Anyone do a German accent? No? No, you forget it. Don't
You didn't even hear me.
No, don't even try.
Simon's getting ready to try.
I was getting ready to kind of
yeah. Subscribers ain't ready for that shit. But you know, like you say to him today, LOTHAR, today you will be a DM. He's like, ready, DM.
Yeah.
Today you will be an 8, get into the box, score goals. He will do it. Today you will be a captain. Today you will marshal the sweeper. Sweeper as well. This guy was the most German efficient player you ever likely to see. Yet he wouldn't do no drag backs. He would have no ball skills. He wouldn't be like a certain other players I don't want to mention, give names away. Yeah. But this guy was, you think to yourself, why is he so good? Why are you so good, bro? Like, what is it about you that's so good? But put him on the pitch, just ran the whole show. Not tall.
No, not particularly.
Not particularly tall, but would match it physically with anyone. Boxed, as I said,
do you reckon he could play in any era?
Yes.
Do you think so?
Yes. Yeah, because
that's the only question that maybe I would put. That's why I wouldn't be in my kind of.
He had a bit of everything. Box to, like Chris said, box to box. He was a great passer of the ball.
Oh, a stunning shot, by the way. A power driver.
What? Yeah, he had a strike on him.
Like which DMs these days, right? Rodri got a strike on him, okay? But this guy was consistent. No, not Casemiro. What? Not this level.
Casemiro's got a strike on him.
Got a strike, man.
No, consistent strike. This guy's consistency, striking the ball. You give him time on the because that's the beauty of a DM. If you give him time, you think to yourself, they're not going to shoot. You dare not give this guy time. And then if you give him, if you close him down, he could pick off a pass as well.
And he could tackle.
Listen, I think Grizz has probably pulled it because I was just like, well, Tejas, not really.
Do you know what it is about this list as well? It's because me and Grizz are the only ones that put him in. Yeah. But this list has there's so many different names that there's names here that didn't make the list that only one person put in or only another couple of people put in, and that's the ones we're going to touch in on after.
Yeah, but that means someone's going to miss out.
I'll go with your word for it because, funnily enough, when I was actually doing, I was actually doing my Googles when I was making this. I was like, who should I put in this list? And his name kept coming up every single time. I just put attacking mids, CMs, DMs. His name kept coming up.
So he kept putting different varieties
coming up.
Yeah, like you said, German efficiency. He was the embodiment of that.
Yeah,
100%.
Sweeper, he played sweeper as well. I just remembered. You're right.
So low for Matthaus in fifth, people. And this is where it gets tasty.
This is where I'm not going to be happy now because we've had a little monologue from Grizz, but this is where I'm being serious, man. I enjoyed the monologue, Grizz. I'm not going to lie to you, but now you've probably messed this up. And if I don't see some of my players in here, I'm taking that hat off you and I'm throwing it away. You know that?
Me and Turkish both put Matthaus in there.
Okay, you're in Turkish, but for me though, if one of these guys are not in
there's going to be some legends.
Don't worry, I want to talk to Saeed after we do the top 5 anyway because there's some questions I want to ask.
Listen, man, let's get it out, man.
I'm ready.
Goddamn. Right, what are you trying to say? Saeed's list fugazi or something?
Listen, there were some parts that didn't.
Listen, but where am I always in the top 2? All my players are there. You know
what do you mean? United?
When we do these little lists, we're always here, right? I'm always right.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Let's see.
Listen, bend it like Beckham.
Listen, man, banging movie, right? Banging movie, right?
Greatest wing of all time because of a movie. It was a great movie.
I didn't just say that though.
Everyone gave. Look how we discussed Philip Lahm.
No, I said he was really made a movie about him.
This film slapped. Unbelievable film.
Alright, let's move. 4th place, Andrea Pirlo.
Happy with that. I like Pirlo a lot.
This is where it's getting sticky.
I'm really happy Pirlo's in there.
Happy?
No, I'm doing Toby ones. No, not in there.
I'm not in there for you. Okay,
I'm doing Toby ones as well.
Unbelievable footballer. He played the game at his own tempo. He played the
compared to the other boys.
Pirlo was an unbelievable. Panenkas, the free kicks, playing the game, the composure, the switches of play, the shooting from range, the
top
picking
10,
up
yes,
of
Matisse.
This guy was unbelievable.
The
I think he's underrated.
I'm with you.
I genuinely believe he's underrated.
I can actually hear Grizz and
Such
Saeed
a good footballer.
Like there are so many talented midfielders, so you could easily make a case for Pirlo not being in the list.
Yeah,
but I feel like you can make a case for him.
I think you can make a case for him.
But we're talking about again, like I said, top 5. I think he was an amazing footballer, amazing, technically sound. You know what I mean?
Sounds technically outrageous.
Technically outrageous, but I just think for me, listen, we're missing out on players here that I think, you know what, man, this is
we don't know if we're missing out. Why are you making out we're missing out on players? We don't know if we're missing out on them.
No, because I know. I know. I can. You know when you sense things, Chris, I can sense it right now.
You're happy with that Turkish?
Give a name.
He was 4th in my list, and
he was 5th.
But are we happy?
Who was 5th in your list?
5th in my list is Busquets. And we've not.
No, let's not do this because it's gonna become a problem.
So we have to wait to the end. Because just follow the script. This is why we have to be serious.
Follow the script.
I've had one howler in this. And
we're gonna get to everybody's list.
But listen, follow the script. When someone says it, I'll admit it. So let's see if the names are coming up.
Would everyone agree?
What's happening?
Would everyone agree? That you two in particular, when Pirlo plays for a team, he's the hub of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can agree with that one. Yeah.
2 leagues with AC.
Because he was a conductor.
With AC Milan, 2 Champions League with AC Milan, then 4 back-to-back titles with Juventus.
I love him, Mike.
Champions League runner-up, a World Cup with Italy.
Yes.
Champions League. Don't forget, he was in the team of the year.
Yes.
He was playing at close to 40 years old.
Longevity.
Yeah, but look, I don't think
we've only got 3 names
what he
left.
did to England.
Googling his.
You remember what he did to England?
Yeah.
What they call honours. Because all of them got crazy honours.
If we
So you ain't winning over.
But if we're saying he's the hub of the team and he's winning these major honours,
I think the only elite quality, I'm talking elite before people go mad. Yeah, is his passing.
But sometimes as a midfielder, that's what you are.
He was fantastic free kick taker.
But the way he controlled games, though, Chris, he was a fantastic
free kick taker.
No, but hold on a minute. I don't see where your point is, though, Chris, because that's what his game was, and that's what made him so good, Pirlo. And this is me. I don't want him in my top 5.
But this is my point about the other names that we possibly will go through. Were all round.
All I can say is there's 3 spots left, and if these 3 names are not in these spots,
you're not understanding.
No. There's only 3. Now I know you're gonna get angry because if Scholes is not in it, then it is what it is. If Lampard's not in it, it is what it is. If Joe's not in it, it is what it is. No, seriously, it is what it is.
Those 2 names that we've just mentioned should be nowhere near this list.
We're going to talk, Tobbs.
But
this is full time.
This is Premier League. This is full time. Exactly. And there's 3 slots left.
You're saying Paul Scholes not in this top 5?
No, not in this top 3, man.
Are you mad?
No.
Are you mad? I'm done with this, man. You see this?
Toby.
Man United agenda is live. You see
You're the only one that's
exactly because he's
the only one that's outraged.
I'm okay with the Lampard.
Have you noticed you're the only one that's outraged?
You got the Man United agenda
If these 3 are not in here,
Man United agenda is real. Why on earth would I have an agenda against Paul Scholes?
Is one of the greatest midfielders ever.
Okay.
To grace
United.
football
No. We didn't say he's one of the.
He's not.
So your point is
he's not.
We didn't say he's not one of the greats ever. We said he's not top 5.
So if I've just said he's one of the greatest midfielders ever.
Where did you put him?
But these are all one of the greatest.
If you put him anywhere in that top 3,
he put him second.
You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace.
Okay, from now on,
No, it's
not disgrace.
No, he's
from now on, you're not part of this.
Listen, guys.
You're not part of this from now on.
Big 4 the next show.
You don't know this from now on. You match up all on this every time.
We haven't even got to
You match up on this.
I don't care.
Can you imagine having this guy second?
This is why I said it's getting sticky.
You're taking a piss.
Disrespecting Paul Scholes.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. He's just not second.
One of the greatest
If
passes
you put
we've
him
ever
like
seen.
5th or 6th, cool.
Listen,
but
he's not
to
even
be
there.
demanding that he has to
He's
be.
not even 5th or 6th.
I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't.
It's not 5th or
By
6th.
the way, we haven't even got to him, by the way.
Can everyone delete him?
Don't name any more though.
Let's move on.
I'm following him.
What should I change his name to on my phone?
Scoring goals.
Let's move on because if the 3 in the top 3 is not there.
Pirlo, what did he do for
I'm changing your name
What did Paul Scholes do for us for so long?
I'm changing your name to Crackhead Usain.
Listen, I don't care. Change it to whatever you want. Change it to whatever you want, man.
This
and
top
you're not
3,
in the chat, agree with all this.
This top 3 better come out the way it should. Otherwise, I'm kicking off. Let's just go.
I know I've got 2 players that you
on this list.
Saeed, Crackhead Hussein.
Listen, save that now. Save it.
Yeah, save it.
I know there's going to be players on there that I've made a howler, I admit. But I want to wait for someone to mention that name first before I admit.
I'm going to mention it.
Let's do this.
So we've done.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Get out.
We're going to discuss who didn't make it after the top 5. Yeah. So we'll touch on that again. We'll touch on that again because I need to talk to you as well because I don't think a few of us heard the name you mentioned, but we're going to talk. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's cool. I had some bias. It's cool, but he's low down.
He's low down.
That's crazy.
He's low down.
For Matthaus in 5th.
Stick up for my boy.
Yeah.
Andrea Pirlo in 4th, and then in 3rd we have Sergio Busquets.
Cool. Thank God.
You know what?
This is why we messed
I love
it
him, and he should be top 5, but I think 3rd is too high for me.
I think it's too high.
I think it's too high.
He's not in my top 5.
He's my top 5.
He has to be top 5.
He has to be top 5.
Well, this
is where you blame Grizz now.
No, you don't blame me. You're not ready for my blame. Are you ready for what I'm about to say? For me, Sergio Busquets is the king of all. He's the king of
You put him first, didn't it?
Yeah, put him first.
You put him first.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go. No. It's not. That's not howler. That's not howler at all. Or you look.
Guys, where's the camera?
That's not Hannah. It's not disgrace.
He's a disgrace.
You lot don't know. You lot don't know football.
Number one, Grizz. That's mad. 3 is as high as I can go.
Number 1, Grizz.
What we're gonna do?
Like 3, I'm cool with. I'm cool with 3.
What we're gonna do?
I'm
What
cool
we're gonna
with
do?
3.
We're not gonna ask crackhead Said Hussein.
No,
We're not gonna ask.
hold on.
We're not gonna ask Tapping
Hold on a
Toes.
minute.
Yeah.
If I'm called crackhead, what are you?
We're not gonna call we're not gonna
What are
ask
you? If I'm a
Malteser.
crackhead, what are
We're
you?
gonna
I
ask.
have him 3. What are you talking
We're
about?
gonna ask
I have
Lionel
him high.
Messi. We're gonna ask Lionel Messi. We're gonna ask Pep Guardiola. We're gonna ask Xavi. We're gonna
What
ask all
bias?
of these legends of the game and even opposition.
I have him
Opposition, Sergio Ramos and all these men. We're gonna ask them who is the greatest midfielder. They're gonna say Sergio Busquets when he's retired.
He's a baller.
Grizz, you have time to
He's a
reconcile.
baller. I have him at
Sergio
3.
Busquets.
You have time
I
to
couldn't put him any higher than that.
I want to play football with Sergio Busquets.
He's an unbelievable
I
player.
want
You
to play
you
with
see
him.
what Zidane said about Paul Scholes and Xavi are the greatest midfielders they've ever seen. But you want to talk about Busquets?
Sergio Busquets.
Busquets was an unbelievable player. Let's not disrespect.
He just
No, but I'm not
makes the
disrespecting him,
game.
but to put him your best ever.
I think Busquets is better.
So if I'm a crackhead, what is he then?
No.
But Busquets is top 5.
Yeah, he's
Full
better than
scores,
Scholes.
isn't it?
But
Better
what's
than
he's
Scholes.
the best ever?
Busquets is the best.
Is he the best ever?
Busquets is the best ever defensive midfielder to play the
But
game.
there you go. That's a
He
good
really-
point. But
So
he's
what
a
the-
midfielder.
The
What did you
best.
just say
No, I
there?
said he's the best ever defensive midfielder.
Just not like
I didn't
top
say he's the
head of the central
overarching.
midfielders, 'cause
You said
central
overarching as
midfielders-
well.
Don't you man think that?
Yeah, but that's-
that
I'm
he's
just-
a product of his environment as well, though, because he came into one of the greatest.
But he's
footballing
part of it.
sides
No,
as
he's
well.
part of it.
He's the one who created
Okay,
that.
I'm going to be honest here, and someone might want to change my
No,
name in the
he-
phone as well.
he isn't the one
I
who
rate
created that.
Busquets highly, but I'd put Scholes ahead of Busquets.
No way.
Nah.
I'm not familiar with your game.
Blasphemy.
Nah,
I'm not
Blasphemy.
I would.
For me personally,
Some of the
Turkish-
things Scholes done on the
familiar
pitch,
with this game.
No
Busquets
chance.
couldn't do.
I'm not
But
familiar with this game.
Yes, they're different midfielders, so it's hard to compare.
familiar with
But
this game.
honestly, I'd put Sergio Busquets for me he's great. He's one of the greatest, like we just said with Scholes. But for me, he doesn't deserve to be in the top 5.
he does for me. He does. He does.
Absolutely, he does.
Product of your own environment.
That's a
For you
crazy
to
statement.
let's make this
I
clear.
don't want to say some
Let
nasty
me
things.
make this clear, yeah?
Bear in mind-
Let me make this
I don't
clear.
wanna
For
say
you
some
to be
nasty
playing in the same midfield as Xavi and Iniesta, you have to be ridiculous. Because the little triangles that they were doing, the little moments that they were making, he's the instigator. He's
I can
he's
say he's
starting
the greatest
off.
ever.
His
And you
touches
say-
were
and you say
his
mind
touches were
boggling. You say he's
stupid.
the product.
Flicking it over people's
You
heads.
say he's the
At
product.
100 miles per hour,
100 miles per hour.
and
Three
but
people
he
rush
just
him.
slow it down.
3 people rush him. Bang, flicks it over.
so
He's
you-
the Zidane of DMs.
So
There
you
I
say
like that.
so you
I
say
like
he's
that.
the product
I
of his
like that.
environment, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you don't know
What
nothing.
is going on?
One sec.
Guys, what's going on?
Defensive midfielders now, right?
yeah.
Defensive midfielders now. What are the top teams looking for?
Someone in his mold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how long has he been playing the game?
That's 20 years. That's 15 years. 10 years.
10, 11 years. So,
15.
so do you think it's do you think it's coincidence that these teams are trying to get midfielders that can play the way he can play
Thank you.
to win? It's not coincidence. So when you're saying he's a product of
Pioneer,
No,
brother.
no.
Pioneer, I like that.
By byproduct environment, I know what you're saying, and I mean a bit of that as well. But I also mean, you know how you said to play with Iniesta and Xavi, you need to be great. I believe that in some ways, but at the same time, when you're playing with Xavi and Iniesta,
You look good as well.
You also look better.
But
Yaya Toure played with Xavi and Iniesta, and they still won what they won. the treble with
but
Yaya.
Yaya Toure wasn't playing in midfield. Yaya Toure played
played
centre back for
centre-back.
Barcelona.
no, he played
He played
midfield
midfield as well.
Yeah, not more than he did at centre back.
I don't know. I think.
And
Okay,
the only
maybe,
thing is-
but either way, what I'm saying is, okay, fine. Even if he played in midfield more,
like would Busquets have been the Busquets we know now if he was at another club?
Yeah,
yes,
for
he
me.
would, because
Too good.
as you're
I don't
seeing him now, even when he's old, he's still doing the majority of things that he's done.
Look at the
Barcelona
longevity on there is mad as well.
Barcelona are about to win the La Liga
La
again
Liga.
at the
And he's
age
in
of
it, and he's
how
still
long?
playing.
And he's not got a great
That's a fair
Barcelona team.
point.
Yeah, he's so ahead of
I
his
think he's
game.
the best DM for me of all time. That's in that
So
kind of
then
sense.
what
But in
is
terms of
this list?
midfielder,
It says
but what you put is
CMDM.
midfielder, Grizz. That's where you've gone wrong, Grizz.
What? Just 'cause
and
I-
your monologue,
my brother-
has changed everything.
It hasn't. Just because
It
I
has
said that,
changed everything.
it doesn't.
No, it has.
Just because I said
It's made
that,
this very
I said for
messy.
me. But if Turkish set the agenda right, he said CMDM, and you, two of you, have just said, and we already agree.
Yeah.
Two of you have just said he's the best DM you've got in the world ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only Turkish disagree. So if 4 of us are
No,
saying
in
he's
terms
the
of
best,
best DM ever, I'd agree. Wait.
So, but then he has to be.
But that's
So
not.
why the fake outrage when I said Sergio Busquets?
He's not the best of all time. He's not the best. No, he's not the best.
You just said he's the best DM.
No, I said the best DM, not the best
Exactly.
overall. Not
That's
the
your
best
point.
overall.
That wasn't the question, though, was it?
But that
it
was the
is, though.
question.
You have to use the
Overarching
context.
midfielder.
No, it wasn't. The
Yes, it
question
was the best DM/CM. So that means the best of both categories.
You have to
So,
categorize it.
Hold on. So then, I'm going to kill you lot here. Listen very carefully.
Here we go. Go on. Let's see this.
Because what you lot are suggesting now is you're suggesting now the rules have changed. Now we're picking the overall midfielder who can play that and he can play this and he can play that.
No,
that was
It's
no,
all
we never said
personal
that.
opinions. That's
It's
just all
I
personal
said
opinions.
overarching between CM and DM.
So if we're saying 4 of us are saying he's the best DM we've ever seen, yet we're saying
I want to
putting him number 1 is
that.
crazy outrageous.
Do you lot think you say he's the best
I don't
DM
mind
you've
if he's
ever
not.
seen, yeah? But football's changed a hell of a lot now, yeah? Do you think he could have, a player of his profile would have still excelled in the 90s and early 2000s, honestly? When the best, who was the best DM?
I don't see why not.
Makelele, Roy Keane. It was a lot more tougher in terms of you had to...
I got you mean the
You had to be
But defensively, he was good as well.
He was
so
a
smart.
good
Hold on.
Is he tough?
Hold on, we're talking about
In that sense,
guys.
where DM
Why? Because he doesn't crunch.
Can I just very quickly?
But DM
We must move on.
previously, that was a
Yeah,
part
but
of the game.
Turkish, I'm gonna move on. We're gonna move on in a minute. But remember that Barcelona team? What we used to say? We used to say, "Raw man, we feel sorry for the centre backs."
Yeah.
We used to say that, innit?
Yeah.
Because every man,
Every man.
Jordi Alba, Alves, Messi,
He drops into the free.
and this guy. So we always used to big up PK and PK and Puyol. Oh, they must be good. No, it was this guy's organisation, and he wasn't crazy strong, crazy fast. He still isn't. He's very slow. But up there, he's not twice. He's 3 times as quick as anyone else, and he used to get him out of trouble and put the other team break up their counters every single time.
But what we're doing with his list, though, yes, he's your best ever, but you
no.
still characterize him into top
but
5.
I'll accept that. I accept that none of you lot, if you lot haven't got him at number 1, I accept it's no crazy thing.
Yeah.
But to have that reaction for me having a number 1, I am never gonna forget.
I'm never going to
I'm
forget.
never
people
gonna
ain't gonna
forget.
forget.
That's why, because my number 1, he's not better than him. Sorry.
That's fine. I can accept
cool.
that.
If
But that
these next two
that
go
reaction,
wrong, it's mad.
Alright, cool. Let's do it.
it's gonna go mad.
5th, Lothar Matthäus. 4th, Andrea Pirlo. 3rd, Sergio Busquets. In 2nd place, we have someone still playing, and it's Luka Modric.
Howler.
That's a howler, man.
No,
Okay.
Howler. I forgot him.
You forgot him.
forgot him. You
Why?
didn't have
I
him in
put
your
him
top
on 6.
You say what?
Howler, I said.
You didn't have him in your top
That is
6?
crazy.
6, yeah.
And he just did you see that monologue he just had?
I just said-
With all that, that's what I said to you. Your monologue is you're a disgrace, man.
I admitted it.
This guy, your monologue,
Disgrace.
we're going to be hearing that this about for the next 10 years.
I
that
said
was
disgrace.
a pathetic
How
monologue.
not?
Modric, I put him third. I put him third.
Spent so
happy
much
with
time
that.
with this
I'm
monologue.
happy with
Yeah.
You're not talking
I-
about
I
What do
put
you
him
think about the
second.
players?
I had him second as well.
I put him
I had him
second.
first.
Recency bias.
I think he could be first. I wouldn't have a problem
I had
with
him
that.
first.
But I have him
not first for
second.
me.
Because I'm just looking at this guy and I'm thinking, bro, he can still play till he's 40.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Mad.
So it's
mad.
Busquets.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Busquets?
Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
that's
so.
between you two.
I don't think so.
He's still playing now.
He's still playing
Yeah,
right
but
now.
I
he's-
admitted,
he's 35,
I
35.
admitted that's a mistake by me. So count me out.
Yeah, fair enough, actually, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, still
That's
5 more
crazy.
years is mad.
Do this, do this.
It's like
But
mine.
that
Do
mistake
that.
is the difference between
Yeah.
2nd and 1st here, because
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
tight.
yeah.
Points wise, it was tight. So
Modric has to be in. I'm glad he's top 2 though, because he's unbelievable. Doesn't even need to be spoken of.
He's
He's
an
still
OG.
playing. Everybody
So that
knows.
means
He's
there's-
OG. Even though don't even look past what he's done for Croatia. I know they haven't got over the line with major honours, but Croatia have been a very competitive side in international football. 95% because of him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say 95% because of him, but yes, I get your point. Like every single tournament, he's doing his bit. He's carrying the midfield to a certain extent. Maybe carrying is harsh.
Rakitic and
It's
Kovar.
harsh on Brozovic, but what I'm saying is
Brozovic.
when Croatia go deep in these tournaments, his performances
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
go
yeah.
unnoticed.
Yeah.
They're always
See-
different.
100%.
See, the thing is, yeah, I
Howler
know
for
we'll
me.
talk about number 1, but like Modric, man, I don't know, man. He's still doing it. I still think he can play till 40. His influence
So
in
what are
game.
you
It's not as if
arguing?
he's just.
So what are you
Sorry?
Who wants
arguing?
him at number 1?
What are you arguing?
Wants him at number 1?
Why are you arguing?
No, I want him at number 1. That's what I'm trying to say. You haven't, but you don't have to be in this conversation because you haven't got him anyway.
I'm out of it,
So
but-
you need to just chill there.
I'm chill.
Yeah, chill.
I'm chilled.
Chill.
I messed up. No, he's right. I messed up, so I chill. But I want to know what he's arguing about because everyone's rating Modric and he's like, oh, I'm not
No,
sure.
because
What
I'm
are you
just
not
like,
sure
you know
about?
what I mean? I wanted a bit more.
to number 1, isn't it?
No,
Because I- you know what I mean? I'm just looking at the list and it's getting sticky.
There's
It's
one
getting
player
sticky,
that
man.
I'm going to get out of the way because I forgot and I would have swapped him out for overall Frank Rijkaard. Obviously, you lot won't have seen him much, but the ultimate midfielder. Again, very much like Matthaus mold.
Yeah.
Could do everything. Absolutely
I know him
everything.
for reputation.
Yeah, AC Milan, bro. But that AC Milan team was ridiculous, and he was the hub of it. People talk about Gullit and Van Basten. This guy was
Gullit was stupidly good as well.
But I understand. Modric should definitely be in it. That was my bad.
5 Champions Leagues as well, isn't it?
Yeah, stupidness.
Ridiculous, man.
Foolishness.
And he was important to every single one of them.
And to do all of that after playing for Tottenham is insane.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You know exactly what that means.
Well, he was signing at Spurs.
I know, that's what I'm saying. After you, man, tried to contaminate him, he still managed to become
contaminate
a great player.
We didn't contaminate anything. You're just sour.
After you guys got his grubby hands on him,
You're just sour because we
he
didn't
still
sell him
managed
to
to
you.
become a great player. After you guys
You're just sour because we didn't sell him to you. That's
Damn
right.
right, I'm sour.
Simple.
Damn straight.
Does that count as a Tottenham player in the top 5 then?
No,
Yeah. I take it.
no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That's crazy.
Yo.
Listen,
crazy.
Modric is class.
Yeah.
Everyone on this list is class, and some of the names we mentioned are class that
star-
didn't make the list.
The
But
star from Zadar.
We
That's
know
what
who's
I
gonna
call
win.
him. The star from Zadar.
Modric.
That's where he was from. Zadar, Zadar, Croatia.
Okay.
The star from Zadar.
We know who's first.
Who's first?
Xavi.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
If it was anyone
But
else, the whole table's flipped.
So this is where the categorization. You see what I did? Because for me, Iniesta, I had him
I
as
had
a
him as
CM.
well. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had Iniesta number 1, Xavi number 2.
AM, man. Iniesta is AM. 100%.
Yeah,
It's
AM,
fine,
man,
I'm fine
it's
with that.
AM.
Cool.
So
As
then
long
can
as
I make a late change to my...
Nah.
Late change. What do you think this is?
actually
He
told
gave you a list. He gave you an example.
Everyone's going to put Iniesta in AM,
There
and
you
then
go.
you said, I'm going to keep him there. Remember that?
Yeah, mad.
You did say that, bro. I got
did say
the
that.
receipts are here.
Yo,
Receipts.
you're crazy.
The receipts here.
Bro.
Well, you're
If
mad.
my boy is not
Man said
in
he
the
went
top...
against the whole
Okay,
thing.
you know what?
Why'd you do that?
No, because I thought... I put
No,
him-
but you got good faith.
Nah,
I
he
think-
is,
I think
man.
for me,
He'll
you
be
got
in the
mine,
AM,
got
man.
mine, yeah.
Good faith,
If
bro.
anybody
Good
hasn't
faith.
got him in the AM, we're telling you now, you're
Bro,
going to beat up.
he's in the AM.
Sorry?
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
because
bro.
it's only because I put him in CM. So
Yeah.
listen, you lot better put him... Because
Wait, you should.
so I better see my boy
High.
high.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Living
going to say.
life.
If my boy is not higher than a certain somebody, I'm going to lose it.
So that means...
If my boy, and I'm looking at you,
Don't you
if
dare-
my boy
don't you
is
dare
not
bring my-
higher
don't you
than
dare.
a certain
Ah, cool.
somebody,
Let's get to the video, man. Let's
I'm
get-
going
let's-
to lose it. Yeah? I'm going to lose it. Yeah? You hear me, people? I'm going to lose it.
That's the next one, people. We're going to do AMs after this, so let's see if Toby loses it next time round.
Let's see.
But look, I understand Rijkaard not being there, but I've realised no one's mentioned Yaya Toure.
Nah, not
Nah,
top
not
five.
all time.
See,
man.
I'm
Wait,
down now,
let's go
top
to Xavi, because we haven't even talked about Xavi
yeah,
yet, and he's
Xavi,
number
yeah,
one.
top
Xavi.
Xavi Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Absolute baller. When we talk about pass masters, this guy is the pass master.
Yeah.
He had lasers everywhere.
Yeah.
Bro,
Security system.
30, 40 yard pass, on the ground, in the air, diagonal. He's finding you.
Chip,
He's
everything.
finding you. Like,
Destroyed us twice, man.
he is honestly, like, there's been times where it's on YouTube just for bands. I would literally just sit down 20 minutes. I just watch Xavi passing.
Xavi passing, yeah.
Mad.
Like his passing, I've never seen a midfielder pass like Xavi Hernandez. It is absolutely.
He's one of the best passes we've ever seen.
And you know what I'm talking about? Like, you see, like when a player is like outliers. You see how we spoke about the fullbacks.
Yeah.
When a player is so good at something,
Yeah.
right? So like ridiculously good. Okay, he didn't score that many goals. Okay, he wasn't like this physically imposing guy. He wasn't the jinky feet. But as a midfielder conducting the team, mental, absolutely mental.
He's one of the best conductors we've ever seen, man. Modern day era, like, you know, ridiculous, man. I think that kind of tiki-taka era, he was the embodiment of that.
Tell
man.
us about what happened against Man United twice.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to say. He destroyed us, man. We couldn't get near him. We had to get Park Ji-sung along to go, you know, extra body in there. Ryan Giggs would, bro, this
still
guy would
didn't
just
work, yeah.
keep
Bro,
on.
4-5-1 and it still wasn't patterned.
Too many, man. You can't, you know, when you got a guy who's just always scanning and just finding the next move, you're almost catching up. Like,
But the thing is, even if you close him down,
It doesn't matter.
My man protects the ball better than anyone I've
There
seen.
you go.
Yeah. Gets out of tight spaces so bad.
Yeah,
It's mad.
I mean,
You could be double his size.
Yeah.
He's protecting it and coming round you the other end.
yeah.
Nutmegging you, little cheeky nutmeg or something,
Unreal.
and he's gone.
Start
Unreal
again every
midfielder.
time.
Unreal midfielder, man.
Yeah.
You just,
Chess
the
player.
thing is with him,
He's a chess player.
You close him down and he
Yeah.
just pop it to someone, get it back and keep moving. And it's
Yeah.
like, why did I even bother?
Yeah.
Like, I've just wasted my
You
energy.
give him the ball.
Yeah.
You make a run.
Can you imagine training
and
with
he'll
his?
find you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine training with these brothers?
Bro,
Yeah,
been
crazy.
bro.
Them rondos would have been tiring.
Big
Disgusting.
6 foot golf versus Barcelona. We be finished.
Imagine being in a rondo with
and
them.
that's why. And the thing is, I hate to like pivot onto Henri, but like Henri spoke about this as well. I think I remember mentioning it on the stream where he was like, the reason why he left Arsenal is because he wanted to prove that like he could belong at that level. And when we talk about that level, you just said it there. Imagine being in a training session with Xavi.
Yeah.
Look at the level of football player we're talking about.
And we're talking about
like,
Henri trying to prove himself to play with him. Mad.
Yeah, it's mad.
One of
it's
the
mad.
best brains in football history.
Yep.
Easily.
Stupidly good.
Along with
Easily.
Busquets.
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And that's what made him so special.
I don't think they can be in the same. If I'm honest, they can't live in the same sentence.
Let the comments, watch the comments.
Yeah, they
Do a poll. Can we do a poll in the thing? No.
they're both
That's
in
why I
the,
created a gap.
do a poll.
That's
they're
why
both in
I-
the, they're both in the top
Premier,
five, but I
Premier,
yeah,
do agree with Turkish. There is a, for me, there's a clear gap between
I
Xavi
guarantee
and
there won't be.
Busquets.
I created that gap with Modric in the middle.
But it's a range of passes. It's a way of controlling games. Xavi was just one step ahead. That's what he kind of means.
Busquets one step
I'm
ahead.
hearing everything about Xavi and I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing.
But Busquets was just in his.
No,
in his
no,
kind
no.
of-
And Busquets learnt from Xavi.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Sometimes, the student
Becomes the master, yeah?
becomes a master.
Yeah.
But I don't think he ever did.
Grizz
but-
Coates,
I mean,
man.
none of you lot have yet.
First monologue now.
This guy, man.
But yeah,
God damn.
don't go anywhere.
Let's run through the list and then talk about who didn't make it. So in 5th place, it was Lothar Matthäus. In 4th, it was Andrea Pirlo. 3rd, Sergio Busquets. In 2nd, it was Luka Modric. And 1st place is Xavi Hernandez. We spoke about Paul Scholes, who received 4 points, and that was from Said alone. I think we talked about Scholes enough.
I think for me, though, if I'm being really honest with you, and I'm being blunt here, Matthäus and Pirlo shouldn't be in this list. So if you want my honest opinion, we could have freed up
I'm
a couple
back in
of
the
man.
Pirlo, but Matthäus.
Who else did you have in your list?
We don't have in my list.
Yes.
I had my list. Steven Gerrard.
No. And I
And I
love
had
Gerrard
Paul-
is one of my favourite ever
And I had
midfielders.
Paul Scholes in there as well.
Yeah, those two shouldn't be there. Sorry.
But there you go.
Yeah, I was going to say Gerrard had 2 points. That was from Said. And Frank Lampard had 1 point.
That's a disgrace.
Bias.
Well, everyone's in a howland. This is your one, so admit it. You're the
Of
howland.
course. Like, I have to
That's
back,
fine.
I have to back my
You know
boy.
what it is, though? I don't want to get into
But I
it.
put him low. I didn't put him fucking second.
Listen, man, I'll be real with you, man. If you're the footballing men you say you are, Paul Scholes was something
Okay,
else,
so
man.
look, by your logic, then he's better than Modric.
No, because Modric, for me, if you look at longevity
No,
wise,
but
and what he's done,
where did you?
Modric's first.
So he's better than
So
Xavi.
he's better than Xavi.
1 second, let me check.
No, so Paul Scholes is better than Xavi.
VAR.
You know what? Actually, you know
put
what?
him better than Xavi.
So you
What's
didn't even have
crazy?
Xavi in your
Hey,
list, did you?
Said.
Hold on, guys. Let me
Said,
get it out, man.
Said, run it back. Said!
Listen.
No,
I've
you
got
didn't
Xavi
have
in this.
Xavi in his list.
Are you telling the truth?
Xavi for me was third.
Oh,
Scholes second.
Oh my
Modric
God.
first.
Okay,
Can
fair.
you confirm, please, Turkish? I don't trust him.
Yeah,
you
it's
confirm the
confirmed.
camera.
I've got it here.
There
It's
you go.
confirmed. It's confirmed.
So you're trying to put allegations here, man. You don't listen.
who's he missed out?
Allegations.
So who's he missed out? Who's he missed out?
His list was 1 Modric, 2 Scholes, 3 Xavi, 4 Gerrard, 5 Busquets.
Yeah, you don't
Anybody
know
else
about,
miss out?
you don't know about Matthäus and London, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Matthäus and Pirlo, I think ultimately
Pirlo, I'm backing you.
we could have squeezed in a couple more. Do you not agree?
Yeah, Pirlo,
If
I could have.
okay, are you buying into the monologue? Are you just
No, I love Pirlo, so I had him in my top
No,
five.
Pirlo, forget the
But
Matthäus
what-
one though.
The Matthäus, I didn't really watch him like that.
But
So,
so he just took a position for no reason.
no, but
we could have been
I
like,
don't think he's taking it for a reason. I feel like there's ample evidence.
Yo, he's hurt.
listen, man, I ain't got nothing wrong with you, man, Matthäus. You know, if
Yo.
you're watching and that, you know.
Nah, brother, Matthäus and Matisse is very close. So
You know.
I'm backing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, listen.
Nah, I think Pirlo deserves this spot. I think Scholes is a great midfielder, but I think for me, who did we have in the top 5? For
Let's be
me,
real, Scholes isn't.
Maybe because I'm saying that because that's my best.
you know what?
all-time
Luka
United
Modric
player.
is the one that didn't do it internationally like the rest of them. But there's a certain thing about
but it's Croatia, man.
Yeah, I know, but there's a certain thing about doing it internationally as well that adds that extra.
Yeah, of course.
And Xavi, Busquets, Pirlo, Lothar Matthäus,
did it
they've
in
all
the
played
World
their
Stage.
part in.
Listen, Modric was the best player at a World Cup.
Yeah, he's still done it to a certain level.
Modric
How
did
many
more.
World Cups did Matthäus win?
Modric did more internationally than Scholes.
One definitely.
Yeah, which is
One and then
mad
Euros.
when you
And that's
I'm
not
I'm
even
not
a
sure if he
conversation.
won two.
Euro 90 one as well.
Simple.
Yeah.
So
That's what lets Scholes down for me in this argument.
that's what lets all of them down.
Well, that's it,
Gerrard,
yeah, exactly.
Lampard, all
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah,
They couldn't work together.
I'm
So
very-
you have to get.
you know,
I
I
think
think
more things let Lampard down. It's not just that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Come on, Lampard technically he's not on these guys' levels.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
He's
gonna be
still
honest. You
trying
know,
to
you're
give
my
him
guy.
some respect.
You never walk alone recently
And I
these
love,
days
and
as
I
well.
love Frank.
No, Chelsea in the mud and that, and Liverpool in the mud and that. Like he's made my boy, but that's on a par with like some of Said's howlers.
That's an outrageous
like putting Lampard in all-time
No
5.
chance. Impossible.
Relax, brother. Relax.
In fact, what was your one? Sorry.
Scholes second.
Now admit it. Call it.
Yours is worse.
Yeah.
Yours is.
It's actually
Second,
worse.
No, it's not. He had him over Xavi. No,
but yours is worse.
No.
Yo, listen,
I just
Xavi and
left him
Scholes
there
can talk.
in
No, what was Said's
the
howler?
bottom feeders. Do you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even mention Scholes. What was your first?
Move
howler?
on, man. Don't try that.
First howler.
Yeah.
Don't know. But Lilian Thuram, that's not a howler though. Come on, man.
Okay,
Bro.
so yeah, Lampard is worse than Thuram.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Now you're just getting disrespectful.
No.
I agree with that.
No,
It's
the worst, isn't it? It's the worst.
getting
We
disrespectful.
all agree, Matisse.
When you sent it to me, I laughed. I was alone and I just started laughing.
That's when you know it's a man just starts on his own. Yeah,
I've expected that from Grizz over the last few shows because you've seen him try and do it, but
Man said Joe Gomez today.
yeah.
Why is that even?
brother, that was
He was
banter,
joking,
innit?
bro.
You're
He was
serious,
bantering,
yeah. This is
I did
serious.
find it very funny. I'm very
You
offended.
typed it out and you sent it.
How do you know I wasn't drunk?
Yeah, that's true.
Drunk off what? You don't drink.
Shut up, man. I was
Drunk
literally
off
drinking
fruit
last night. You saw me.
Drunk
Literally,
off- you
at least you got a drink before you.
No, that was a Capri Sun. That wasn't.
They don't do Capri Suns, bro. I asked.
Are you encouraging drinking, man? Why are you forcing him to like?
No, I'm not forcing him to drink. I said
so
you don't
leave it then,
drink.
innit?
Yeah. So enjoy your Capri Sun, innit?
This guy is
He's a good guy. He's a good guy, man. He's a
I should
good
have
guy.
took a picture of him with drinking man.
No other honorable mentions, No other honorable
Well, I
mentions.
had honourable mention. I had Rijkaard here, Ladrop here as well, but
Rijkaard, 100%.
Loud drip was the Google.
Couple
When I was doing the
possession.
Googles. Yep,
I
right.
had Roy Keane as well in there.
Redondo.
Roy,
For
listen,
me-
I love Roy Keane.
I'm just saying, yeah,
But-
Lampard finished
no,
second to
no,
Ronaldinho.
not in
Sorry,
this.
below the
Roy Keane, no
I
chance.
just want to put that
No,
out
but
there.
Roy Keane's ahead of Lampard though.
Yeah, Lampard finished second to Ronaldinho.
I don't know.
just
I
wanna
don't
say
know,
that.
but I don't think I agree.
What year was that? 2003.
I don't think I agree with that.
Lampard finished second to Ronaldinho. for
Yeah,
Ronaldinho?
I don't.
Vieira as well. It could be there.
Vieira got a couple votes.
I
Vieira got a
voted
couple
Vieira.
Vieira was going to be my.
I think he was the ultimate midfielder for a number of years. The ultimate midfielder.
Yaya Toure got
But
a
I think
vote.
Yaya Toure one is an interesting one, Grizz, though, man.
If you're mentioning Yaya Toure ahead of Lampard, you're skunked. Don't do that again in your life.
We're gonna do a poll.
You know,
Do not do that
that's
again in your
an
life.
uncomfortable
Now you lot are getting
Okay.
disrespectful.
Can we just
do not do that again in your life.
Okay, check
than
this out.
Lampard.
Okay, check this out, guys. Can we do at the end of every show in the stream premiere?
Bro, aside from goals, what else does
Oh,
he?
don't give
what
me
else
that
does
aside
Lampard do
from
better
goals.
than Yaya
This guy
though?
can pass. What are you talking about aside from goals? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but that doesn't answer his question.
He's a brilliant
And the thing is-
passer.
The thing is, in Premier League,
Is he a better passer than Yaya? No.
in Premier League, you have to put Frank Lampard higher because of
I wouldn't
in
even-
Premier League.
because
I
of the
wouldn't
goals he
even say
scored.
that
But
he's-
if we're talking, if we're, but
Nah.
if you actually answer Turkish's question, he has a fair point. Outside of goal scoring,
a brilliant passer.
which we've already acknowledged, Frank Lampard is a better goal scorer. Okay, now what? Better passer? No. Better dribbler? No. Better tackler? No. So
Better player.
You was actually being disrespectful, saying it's disrespectful to put Yaya over.
No,
Lampard.
I think I'm being very respectful. You're being very
Nah,
disrespectful.
nah.
The consistency,
But I
the
also-
consistency
over
is
their-
ridiculous at the top level.
No, but it's
That's
not
not
even
even
what I said.
You got to put
over your
Lampard.
career. It's not even a conversation.
But at
It's not even a
their
conversation.
peak, Yaya
But
is
it's cool.
over Lampard.
Prime Yaya, prime.
But we have to base it off
Prime
career, though.
Lampard.
We can't talk about prime.
Career-wise, come
If
on.
you're talking
Yeah,
about
okay,
career, it's
cool.
not even a
Lampard-
conversation.
Lampard, though,
And Lampard was a
big game
brilliant
moments.
passer. I think you guys are.
he was a good-
Do you remember that pass for Ramirez?
Yeah.
Did you see that
Absolutely.
pass? Have you seen
You've
some
got
of
to
the
give him
passes this
some
guy's played?
credit.
Maybe you might need
He
to run up
pulled
the
it out
YouTube.
constantly.
Run up the
No,
YouTube.
no.
Do you know what it is?
Nah,
Do you know what it is?
you're being
You're
disrespectful
very
there,
disrespectful.
like, he was a good passer.
Because Lampard scored so many goals, nobody looks at his passing. That's the problem. He
I
put
think
some
he was a good
serious
passer, man.
passes out there.
Them
Proper good
diagonals,
passes.
but he used to make them
Bro, he
diagonals
was
all the
switching
time.
play. He was doing it for fun.
Yeah, but he's a good passer.
He's a great passer.
He wasn't an elite
It's
passer.
not worth. It's not passing.
It's
that's
not
worth
a
men-
facet of his
worth
game that
bringing
you're
it
like,
to
oh
the
my
table.
god.
So you're telling me Yaya Toure was such a great passer in comparison to Lampard?
I didn't say he's a
so.
great passer.
So I think Lampard's a better
Yaya
passer
Toure
than
was
him.
a
I just said
Yaya
outside
Toure,
goals.
to play in that, look, we just discussed the other players to play in that Barcelona team, to play with those, but you have to be of a required standard. Yaya Toure to play in the greatest club side ever, in my opinion, has to be a
Lampard
good
compared to
player.
Barca?
Yeah, Lampard. I'm sorry, Matisse. I love
Lampard-
Lampard, but he can't hang at Barca.
He
Sorry.
could not hang at
Bro.
Barca.
He can't hang at
And that was
Barca. Let's be
prime
real.
Barca,
Let's
you
be
know.
real,
That
man.
wasn't no joke, man.
Let's just call a
Barca.
spade a spade. We know what Lampard is
There was
good
no
at.
space for him because he would not play ahead of Xavi and Iniesta, would he?
No, but I'm
good
saying he
point.
can't
Well,
hang.
You're Lampard to play as a DM.
No, he can't hang.
Scholes wouldn't get in that
He's
Barca
got-
team. Scholes wouldn't get there.
That's-
Gerrard would-
Scholes has a bigger chance than Lampard.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I was trying to defend you there. Listen, man. I was trying to defend you there. I was like, yo, what's the man saying? But I do think he's got a point, though. You know, he had to move on because the three in front of him were better than him. He was playing centre back at one point. Yaya Toure.
Yeah.
He had to move on for the better of his career.
He moved on because he thought he's not getting the respect. It's
But,
different.
but listen, if you
And he was right.
if you know you're good, you stay.
I think.
I don't know.
I think Yaya Toure.
That's a whole other
is
subject, man.
magnificent.
That would be crazy, man.
Yeah,
that debate, man.
Let's round it up here because we've passed half an hour now. Make sure you've hit the like button, people. Get to 1,000 likes. Let me just run through the top 5 again. In 5th, we have Lothar Matthäus. 4th, ANDREA PIRLO. 3rd, Sergio Busquets. In 2nd, it's Luka Modric. And in 1st place, it is Xavi Hernandez. Surprise, surprise. I don't think so. Make sure you vote for your 6th place. Look at Matisse calling me, he's rattled. Make sure...
Yo, pick up the phone!
Make sure you vote for 6th place in the pinned comment below. Comment section, there's a pinned comment from the Big Six channel. Vote for 6th place there. We had a heated debate here. It ran a bit over time, but it is what it is. Love for the love. Hope you enjoyed. We're going to move on to attacking mid /10/support strikers next. Look out for that. But make sure you look at the other content too. We've already done fullbacks, we've already done goalkeepers, we've already done centre backs, as well as the rest of the Premier League stuff we brought out. So make sure you subscribe, notification bell on. Love for the love, and we'll be back soon. Peace.